Welcome back to this next installment of Friday Fuel in 5, brought to you by Sweet Ransom Diversity Consulting, and I'm Robin Sweet Ransom. I'm here to talk about something that most people don't talk about, and that is workplace bullying. Yeah, I know you thought that you've grown up and you're out of school and bullying is a thing of the past. Unfortunately, bullies grow up and they still exist. They just now may wear a suit. So, how do you deal with workplace bullying? Well, I'm going to give you three strategies. One strategy is to number one, name the behavior calmly and directly. And you don't need to match their energy. You just use facts and you call out the behavior that is concerning to you. So if they're constantly interrupting you and making you feel small, you can say, when you interrupt me, it undermines the discussion, or that comment was inappropriate, or yelling at me is inappropriate. I want to hear what you have to say, but I'm unable to do that if you insist on yelling at me. And if you don't want to change that behavior, then we can adjourn this discussion until we're ready to focus on the facts without all of the emotion that comes across as toxic. Okay. So that's one strategy. Number two, document everything. The date it happened, the words that were said, any witnesses that were present, any patterns that you've noticed. Again, you want to focus on evidence, not your own emotions, because companies tend to not pay so much attention to the emotions, but they pay attention to the evidence. And that's because the more evidence you have, and when you address it, and if they do nothing about it, you've got a legal case. Because workplace bullying is akin to workplace violence, and it is a serious matter. It falls under harassment as well. Okay. So you need to document everything. And then number three, escalate strategically, not emotionally. Follow the chain of command. If it's a peer that is bullying you, go to the manager. If that doesn't work, go to HR. If that doesn't work, you file a formal complaint, even with authorities who can do something about it. And you stick to policy and the things that are not being followed, not necessarily personalities. And remember, bullies thrive in silence, so you need to use your voice. Now, you may say, oh, the person bullying me is management. What do I do then? Well, you go to HR. And if that's not enough, again, you bring in state authorities who can help with your situation, or you go to a labor law attorney. But you always, always, always speak up for yourself. You stand up to bullies and they will back down. And who knows, maybe the bully will be let go and you will be promoted into their position. You never know. All right, jump on over there to sweetransomdiversity.com and check out my workplace insight blogs where I drop something fresh and new for you every Monday. All right, stand up for yourself. You're worth it.